Power for All Sierra Leone was launched in the country during the first quarter of this year, and from then it has been working with government, the private sector and civil society stakeholders to address the energy problem in the country. Among the campaign's priority areas are to assist the government with the implementation of the Energy Africa Compact and the integration of decentralized renewable into energy policy and planning, and build the capacity of the Renewable Energy Association of Sierra Leone. It also prioritizes raising the awareness to communicate the power of decentralized social technologies and sector development to the public through educational programs and the media. The campaign manager in Sierra Leone, Madam Ami Dumbuya, said the key objective of training the local journalists is to showcase distributed renewable energy technologies and business models, hear stories about social impact and the difference distributed renewable energy has made, inform the journalist how this market has emerged in East Africa and how it might emerge in Sierra Leone, as well as discuss how the Power for All team campaign can support local journalists to cover energy access in a compelling way that is highly relevant to readers and listeners.
So the campaign is an advocacy program or an initiative that promotes for energy access. Right now in Sierra Leone, over 87% of our population lack electricity access to the grid. So the campaign is pushing forward for where we're mobilizing with government officials to make sure that policy is in place for the sector, as well as community civil society organizations, private sector. So the aim today is really to train journalists about happenings in the distributed renewable energy sector and what's going on in Sierra Leone on the Energy Revolution Initiative, where the president is looking to bring electricity to over 250,000 households by end of 2017. So today's workshop is about training journalists so they understand the sector, they understand where we are as a country in terms of energy access. In addition to today, we will be interfacing with members of the press by, giving them statistics, international and global statistics on the sector, and as well as feeding them information on what's going on with the president's Energy Revolution pronouncements. So it'll be ongoing dialogue and providing them with tools, necessary tools, so that they can report better on energy access issues in Sierra Leone.
She went on further to say the Sierra Leone Energy Revolution has provided an important way to catalyze clean energy in the country, adding that it is fantastic to see the media get behind the initiative. Electricity is fundamental to human and economic development, and yet in Sierra Leone, 99% of the rural population is unelectrified, while in the urban areas, thousands of people lack the required power.
Most people don't know much about renewable energy.
Official statistics show that in rural towns, generators are used to charge mobile phones, and yet charging stations often only available for short period, with frequent shutdowns due to lack of fuel. Ami said switching from expensive battery-powered torches and kerosene to solar lighting in Sierra Leone will save the country's residents about $105 million a year, whilst larger decentralized renewable products can be used to power enterprises, health services, schools, and agriculture. The Sierra Leone Energy Revolution aims to attract decentralized solar enterprises and investors in the country to meet ambitious energy access targets in order to distribute 50,000 solar units by the end of this year and 250,000 solar units by the end of 2017.
Actually, what's just come out in the last week is a 100-day post-Energy Revolution event. The Energy Revolution was on the 10th of May, where the government of Sierra Leone and the UK government signed an energy compact agreement, and the aim of that compact is to put policy in place and the enabling environment in place to accelerate energy access by using home solar systems. So President Korma pronounced 50,000 units by the end of the year. What's happened now is a lot of systems have been put in place. For instance, government committed to having waivers on duty importation as well as GST removal on products. that streamlined process has already been done. We're 90% there, so government is really putting their money, where their mouth is. They say they're going to do something, they're doing it. And these are enablers for us to get to 50,000. The Renewable Energy Association, which is an association of private companies, has been formed, and basically what that does is to give the sector a stronger voice, private sector voice, and those companies are bringing in solar products. They're finding that the market is there, and consumers are having their hands on the products.
It is not yet clear if the 50,000 solar units promised to distribute by the end of the year will be achieved. However, with lots of information on distributed renewable energy now provided to journalists, it is hoped the necessary information will be provided to the public on the essence of solar energy in the country. Compiled by Ishmael Kindamatumbuya, read by Leonora Jawara.